Welcome to another episode of Chat with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill-Staxx, and today got Calidago. What's up, man?
What up, big dog? How you doing?
Good, bro.
I was selling a bunch of pounds of weed at this time, like at this point in my life, and that was like my job. That's all I was doing, and I basically was dealing with this cat. He'd buy 100 pounds of weed from me like every like 2 weeks or whatever, and uh, he ended up like I ended up doing a deal with him, and I was dealing with a bunch of Mexicans, to where I had Mexicans come over. Like I called some of the Mexicans that I knew to bring some weight to this fool's house, and I told the Mexicans, don't pay me my profit in front of him. Just wait till after he pays for everything, and I meet him at the gas station down the street, and he could just give me the bread then.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the fuck happened. The stupid Mexican didn't fucking listen, and we get done. So I was making $200 on each pound, and it adds up when you're selling a bunch of them. So after we get done counting the bread and everything, the fool looks at the weed, he likes it. We start counting the bread. We get done counting the bread, and the Mexican hands me 20 grand right in front of this man after he just handed him all this bread. So I'm like, fuck, man, what the fuck's wrong with this retard? And so the Mexican leaves, and he's like, hey, how much money did that fool give you? I said, I don't know. I said, he just fucking handed me a stack. And he said, he said, that was 20 bands. I said, I don't know what it was. He said, give me 10 back. You're only supposed to make 100 on each one. I said, man, you crazy as hell, dog. I said, the fool, I sell all of his cousin's weed. I sell all the reefer this fool comes across.
Yeah.
I said, I'm giving you shit back. And, like, we end up getting into, like, a small argument. I tell him that I gotta go pick up my girlfriend from college, and I leave. He hits me up a couple weeks later for another 100 pounds of weed, and he wants some, like, indoor pounds. And 100 indoor pounds is really hard to find. Like, that's something that's really difficult to find. So I end up,
Like high quality, right? It's really high
yeah,
quality.
yeah, like high quality. So I end up like looking around. I tell this fool that I found a bunch of them, but there's like 20 of this one, like 15 of this one, like another 20 of this one, like at different strains and stuff like that. He said, all right, that's cool. I sent him some pictures. He said, all right, that's cool. He said, go get them. Or he asked me how much they were, and I told him that they were 2,000 a piece. And he said, this is back in 2012, so 2,000 was a good price back then. And so I said, all right. So I end up like driving like 40 minutes away, getting all this weed on the front, and then driving back down to where this fool is. And I call him like I'm like 5 minutes away. I tell him like, hey, I'm about to get off at your exit, and he says, meet me at the park and ride right there. I'm about to my son's at my house or whatever. So I said, all right. So he doesn't know that I got my brother following me, and
And normally you would meet him at his house, right?
yeah, hell yeah. Like I hate doing sketchy parking lot fucking deals. Like it's just so shady. You're sitting there fucking counting all this bread in a car, like, and you're having to look for like highway patrol and shit like that. It's just super shady. And
Yeah.
like I'd rather do whatever I'm doing at a house. So um, this fool, I pull up to the parking ride. My brother parks a couple cars down. He's just sitting there, just watching, making sure everything's straight. And fool pulls up. I get in dude's truck, and he asked if everything's good. I said, yeah, I got all these. I got like 10 garbage bags full of weed in the back of my truck. And I said, yeah, everything's straight, man. He said, all right, well, there's a problem. He said, I only brought 180 with me. And I said, what? I said, that ain't a problem. I just take 10 back to old boy when I take him the bread back. And he says, no, I want all 100 for 180. I'm like, what? I said, come on, dog. And I started to think about it. I said, oh, this was mad because of the 20 grand that I made
He
on the
thinks he's
last
gonna
deal.
get the other price for this
He's
time.
thinking that if he deducts 200 on each one, that he'll be able to get his money back from how much I made on the last deal or whatever. And
Yeah.
we get into a small argument. This was like 30 something at the time. I'm like 18. So I'm like, man, I said, man, you're tripping, man. And I said, I'll give you 90 for what you got. And he starts like bitching about how he sells all this weed for me, this and that. And he starts to get like kind of like yelling at me and getting angry. where I said, "No, man, fuck you." I said, "I'm gonna take this weed back." I said, "Don't even hit me up no more, fool. You're a bitch." And the fool gets mad and tries to pull a gun like out of his waistband, and as he's trying to pull the gun out of his waistband, his seatbelt is locking on him. So he's like I see that he's doing like some fast movement and he's trying to like grab something and he's like getting tangled up in his shirt. I said, "What the fuck?" And I sucker punch him. Wow! And then when I sucker punch him, my brother sees all the commotion. We're both fighting over the gun. My brother runs over, hits him again through the driver's side window. Boom! I end up struggling getting the gun from him, and and my brother takes the keys out the ignition and throws them across the fucking parking lot. And
Oh man.
like I poke him in the head with the gun, like I when I got the gun, like I poked him hard as fuck with it. Pow! He had like a little piece of shit 38 revolver, and I pulled the hammer back. And I said, "Motherfucker, I should kill you." And he's like, "Take the money, take the money." So I said, "Where is it?" He said it's right there in the back seat under the beach towel. So I look in the back seat and I lift up the beach towel. There's a duffel bag right there. I go to try to grab the duffel bag. It's too heavy. Like so, I'm pointing his gun at him. I'm trying to grab the duffel bag full of bread, but it's too heavy. So I'm like,
It's
"What the
too
fuck?" So
bad.
I gotta tuck his pistol in my pants and then reach back there and grab it with both hands. Boom, unzip it, and it's $180,000 vacuum sealed up. And I
Oh
said, I
man.
said, "All right, zip back up." I said, "If I ever see you again, I'm gonna kill you." And he's like he's at this point, he's like bleeding out his nose, fucking looking like he's crying and shit. And he doesn't really say much after that. And I grab the money, hop back in my truck, and leave. Like I
So you
we go
so
down,
you
we go
just
down.
got you just got some free money basically.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I also had to go take all these pounds. Like, I had to go through because where I live so close to the border that there's checkpoints and shit like that. So now I gotta drive all the way back to fucking to where I got these pounds of weed from, and I gotta give them back. And like I didn't want to just like take them back and not say that I sold any. So I ended up buying 20 of them just because I didn't want to fucking fuck up my face card. And
Yeah.
so I ended up giving them 80 back. I ended up giving them some money for the ones that I got. And like next thing you know, in my mind, I'm thinking, all right, now I'm about to go to war with this dude. This dude's gonna try to want to go to war or whatever. I'm not thinking anything like about the police or nothing. I'm thinking in my head like, all right, looks like I just gained another enemy, and looks like if he's anything like me, he's gonna want to go about this a different way.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to go about it a different way. He called the cops on me, and next thing you know, it's like I think it's like 8 o'clock at night. I'm sitting there chilling, watching Two and a Half Men, and me and my brother are sitting there chilling on the couch, and next thing you know, I see a bunch of cherries and blueberries, like it's I see a bunch of red and blue lights, and I'm like, "What
How
the
how
fuck?"
how long after this whole thing happened were the cops there?
Probably about 3 hours.
Oh, it's the same night?
Same night, about 3 hours. So
Did
as soon
he
as I
know where
see
you
this,
lived? Did he know where you lived?
he knew a girl that I was fucking with through a third party, and I heard that he paid the girl for the address to figure out where I live because the like he knew some of the same people I knew, and he's seen me before with some little thought, and so he knew that he could get in contact with her, and she knew where I lived. And that's
Yeah.
why you got to be real careful with these women out there, man. They'll do anything for a little bit of bread. But
Yeah.
a lot of them ain't righteous, man. It's hard to find the righteous ones. Start going to church, try to find girls, and I get out this time. So
I,
I'm
I go
sitting
to
there.
church. I go to church every week, man.
Yeah, I do Bible studies every day. Like I'm pretty big in the Bible right now, as far as just trying to better myself and enlighten myself, and just to be a better person.
Yeah.
So back to the source. So I'm sitting there chilling. Next thing you know, I see a bunch of cherries and blueberries. I run up to the window, look out the blinds. And as soon as I see the red and blue lights, I hear the helicopter. Doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. So I was like, oh. car. And I was living in a nice neighborhood at the time. Like my neighbors thought that I was like a college kid and shit like that. So next thing you know, I got a whole fucking task force run up to my door, and I hear the helicopter or whatever. My brother fucking hops over the couch, runs out the back sliding glass door, and hits the fences, and fucking my brother ends up getting away. And so I run upstairs, and I got caught with like 67,000 in cash. I got caught with the pounds of weed that I got, and I got caught with 3 guns and like a bulletproof vest and stuff like that.
Oh
And
man.
yeah, I ended up paying 20 grand for a lawyer. Like as soon as I went to jail, I had a $100,000 bond bonded out, fought my case from the street, and then got my time and ended up going back
And
like turning myself in at court.
when they find all that money, they keep all that money, right?
Hell yeah, hell yeah. They didn't give it back. They see it's like my the cars that I had and everything, and they sent me a bunch of like some paper in the mail saying how like this vehicle has been seized. It'll be sold at a government auction on this day if you want to go try to reclaim your property. The only car that we got back was my brother in the driveway had he had like a little XRS, like a badass little Corolla XRS with like a Lotus motor in it, and on the title it was written off that it was gifted to him.
Yeah.
And so that's the only thing that we got back was because it said that it was a gift and it wasn't paid, it wasn't purchased with cash. So that's like
Damn.
anytime I buy a car now, I'll pay extra $500 to say that you wrote it off as a gift.
Yeah.
It's the
You
smartest
gotta
thing to do.
you gotta do it the right way, man.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
now, I mean, if you wanted to, you could get involved with the legal weed. Like every that is blowing up right now.
yeah. But that's also puts a huge target on your back, I think.
Yeah, I know. Maybe with the feds, it probably does.
Yeah. Like I said, I seen a lot of people that I know, like what used to basically sell weed in the black market, try to do the legal route, and all the money that they made from hustling all these years, fucking, they get a little dispensary, stuff starts going good. They're making probably like I don't know, like 50,000 a month. They got all their eggs in one coop. The next thing you know, the fucking feds raid everything and take everything.
Yeah,
And
take all your
now they,
money, everything, and then you're in
yeah, hell
prison
yeah,
because it doesn't
and
matter.
yeah. But the best way to do it, like as far as doing it the legal way, as far as with some of the people that I know that became really successful off of it, is a delivery service. They'll go and they'll get like a little spot, like a little address, a studio apartment, and they'll put it on the paperwork for the delivery service, and they'll just keep like maybe 2 or 3 pounds there, like some
Yeah,
shitty like outdoor weed, and they'll just have like a storage unit with everything else in it, and they'll just do a delivery service. And if the feds can't come and raid the address what's on the paperwork, um, they're only going to get a couple pounds of shitty weed. They're not going to find anything. So it's
yeah,
really not that big of a loss. So if I were to do something like that, it'd be I'll try to open up a delivery service.
yeah. It sounds like a good idea, man.
Yeah, hell
Have, have
yeah.
a have a bunch of drones taking off. Right?
Yes. See, the drones and everything. That's a whole new like category of hustling, I guess. Now
Yeah,
you could
man.
get real technical and smart with it, like for real.
Things are definitely changing, man.
Yeah, you said you're in Connecticut, right?
Yeah.
Is reefer legal there?
It's legal if you have a medical card. It's not
Oh, word.
legal like regularly. If you get
But they
caught with
got
it, you're
dispensaries.
still gonna go to jail. Yeah, they have dispensaries, but you have to
Yeah,
have a medical card to buy it, and it costs a lot of money, man.
yeah, hell yeah.
It's like $40 for like 3 joints or something like that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's
Damn,
crazy.
it's real plentiful where I'm from.
Yeah, out here, they're taxing people up the ass, man.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, bro. But yo, I want to thank you for coming on the show. I'm definitely gonna have you again if you want to come on again. And thank you for telling your stories, man. And
Yes,
I would ask you if you wanted to shout out anyone, but I know you don't want to make it be known who you are. So
I'll shout out my Snapchat. Add me on Snapchat. My Snapchat's free. Calidago. It's FREECALIDAGO. I'd like
yeah,
to shout
man.
out my mama. Love you, mama.
Yeah, man. So yo, stay safe in there, and make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. Till next time, man.
All right.